Greetings and welcome to my video for election day. We're going to talk today about self-care and the vibe of the day, what to expect and how to think about it in the way that I talk about things. So we'll look a little bit at the Capricorn moon. The moon goes into Capricorn just after 7:15 a.m. Pacific time. So we'll be in Capricorn for most of the day and focusing on the work, but also the foundations, the feeling of civic responsibility to do your part and vote and participate in democracy, with this reminder from the moon in Capricorn. I'm Marina Orms here with your Astro Vibe for Tuesday, November 5th. And this is a much anticipated day. I've done several videos myself on the energies surrounding this election. It's kind of a potent time, an important time on many levels that we can feel, even without the wisdom of astrology to give us that bigger picture perspective. But the thing I love about astrology is how it helps us see that everything happens in the context of a bigger picture, a bigger story of our evolution, our healing process, humanity's evolution, what this means for us, and what we are becoming. And so that brings us back to, there are so many facets of the astrology of this time that I've talked about in videos that I will link to here in case you want to review them. But we've got, the Mars-Pluto opposition active. Mars has now gone into Leo. So shaking that up a little bit in terms of thinking about who will be the figurehead and what leadership looks like, what it means to lead, and to think about leadership for ourselves, right? How do we want to be who we need to be to step up into leadership? And one of the themes about Pluto going into Aquarius, which is another theme I've been talking about in great depth, right? And many astrologers have been as well, that it's Pluto, by the way, has been in Aquarius and gone retrograde back into Capricorn. Pluto's time in a sign is many years. So in this case, Pluto goes into Aquarius where it will be until 2043. So, and Pluto has been in Capricorn, except for the last 2 years on and off, it's been in Capricorn since 2008. So when Pluto is in a sign, it creates the background theme of the energies we are swimming in. And so the point I'm trying to make is that as Pluto goes into Aquarius for the final time, where it will remain there until 2043, is that we have this shift in terms of thinking of a bigger picture of not just freedom, but also how each individual, how human beings participate in creating the world they want to live in how consciousness of the individual shapes our experience. And so this bigger story that we are playing out has to do with and the old energy of Pluto in Capricorn is about the authority figure and who has the authority and the need to reclaim authority, power and authority, themes of systems, of structures, of where they work for us, where they don't work for us, what we want to be different. And with Pluto going into Aquarius, we will have this opportunity to really think about what we want to change about the way our systems work, our government works, our politics and our healthcare systems and our financial systems. How we're going to have an opportunity to really make choices, innovate, create new ways forward. And, Pluto always has a downside, or well, everything in astrology has a downside and a higher possibility. So we want to be aware of, you know, some of the possibilities we could be grappling with as Pluto goes through Aquarius, and things getting out of hand related to innovation, right? And some of the innovations that may not really be what we want, or may not serve our best interests. And so participating in that process of creativity. So with Mars now in Leo, coming back to that, we can think about how we want to step into leadership, and how the individual as leader and in our own in our individuality, finding the path of leadership for each of us, right? Because your path of leadership may look different from someone else's or someone else's, and it doesn't have to look one way or another. Leadership could mean being clear about who you are. It could be being strong within yourself, being a role model for children, being a role model for other people in your community. It could be being a helper or showing others the way. So think about what leadership means to you, and how today's little moment, really it's just a single day, right, where we have this election, and whether we know any results or not, it's a moment of choice. And it's a moment in particular I want you to think about how you are choosing to show up, and what that looks like and feels like for you. Even if you early voted, right? Maybe you're not going to the polls today. And yeah, and maybe you are, and that's great. And put your energy into that vote, right? Give it your intention. Put love and light around your ballot. Put your intention into what you are voting for, not just in a physical sense of, you know, filling out your ballot, but in that energetic, spiritual, heart-centered sense of saying, this is the kind of world I am affirming by casting my vote. So even if you've already voted and that's not on your agenda for today, you can still give that intention, send out that blessing, that gratitude, that love to the future that you want to call in, the future you want to invite in, and know that no matter what happens today, that this path of creating the outcomes we want, the future vision, the future we envision for ourselves and our children, our grandchildren, our communities, right? The human family that we care about. Know that when you put your intention and your creative energy and your choice and your beliefs and this bigger picture of knowing the story, and that this is just a chapter in that bigger story, that continues to move forward, that that is the spirit of what can be created, regardless of how things unfold on any given day. So humbly, right, I don't know the outcome or the exact way that things will look, but I do know that we can continue to put our creative power, our intention, our love, and our gratitude for this beautiful world that we live in, and this beautiful human family that we are part of. What else was I gonna say? Okay, I think that kind of captures it, right? There are all the details. So the Capricorn responsibility to participate, right? Show up, be a part of what you want to see happen in the world. And think about how foundations are created through these actions, this sense of responsibility, the steps that you take are all part of that foundation, creating that foundation for what you want to create and experience, and the story you want to be part of. So Capricorn moon, Scorpio moon cycle, right, began with the new moon in Scorpio on Friday, November 1st. And so we are bringing forth the mystery and the power of transformation, of healing, of releasing what no longer serves us through a very natural process of transformation and metamorphosis and death and rebirth to create new ways forward, to release what is what is not going with us into the future, right? Sometimes we have to let go. There might be some grief there as we embrace a change process. So that is the meaning of the current moon cycle we're in. We are at a visionary point in the moon cycle where we are creating and glimpsing and visioning that future, thinking about what we value, how we are telling this bigger story, all things I've been sharing in recent videos. So take that with you, take a deep breath. We can do this. Thank you so much for being a follower here and subscribing to this YouTube channel. I'm Marina Orms. You can learn more about me at astrologyheals.com. And don't forget the self-care. Take care of yourself. Take a deep breath. Take some time off as you need to come back to center, to remember who you are, why you do what you do, and take your actions and take responsibility for the world you are wanting to create from that place. All right. Thanks for being here. I'll see you next time. And thanks again. Bye for now.